Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. It's Southwest Suffolk County on Long Island, and they are Long Island's largest rock salt source. But they serve the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. So if you can't find rock salt where you are, you can give Omni a call or head over there because they've got plenty, along with all the great snow and ice melt products like Mag, Ice Pellets and Flakes, Pelledo, and other snow and ice melt products, snow blowers, shovels, scrapers, any other supplies you need to get you through this winter. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So we are going to be dealing with a winter storm in some one form or another, depending on your location. So we've got a lot to cover here, ranging from winter weather advisories that are up for the northwestern counties of New Jersey, as well as the southwestern counties of New Jersey. I think that we'll probably see some more counties added to the advisory zone this evening, as well as some additional counties possibly in the Hudson Valley and Connecticut and into Massachusetts. Those advisories also cover southeast and south central Pennsylvania, down into northern Delaware, Maryland, and northeast Virginia. Winter storm watches for central Pennsylvania, likely to see some of these go to warnings sometime this evening, as we will also see winter storm watches in upstate New York likely to go to some warnings. And that includes the Catskills, by the way, pretty much west of I-87. That's really the zone here where we will see some winter weather. And as far as what to expect, first off, snow-wise, the southern flank will produce a coating to an inch into the North Jersey counties, also touching the Pennsylvania New Jersey border down in South Jersey. Much of what you see in southeastern Pennsylvania and in northern New Jersey is going to be some snow at the start, maybe, and then going over to some sleet, and particularly in southeast Pennsylvania and to south central Pennsylvania, probably some freezing rain as well. You start to get the higher snow amounts in north central and northeastern PA. The Catskills could do quite well with this, with some areas possibly getting a foot or more. But you see the variations here, and that has to do with the fact of this kind of situation we're dealing with, where we have this primary low that is going to the Great Lakes, and we have this secondary low that's developing right along the coast. There are going to be some ice issues, and if you noticed on the first map, we had ice storm warnings up. I'll just go back to it really quick. In parts of southwest PA down into West Virginia and northwestern Virginia. And the ice accumulation there could be as much as a half an inch in some places. There will be light ice accretion in the advisory zones at south central and southeastern Pennsylvania, generally under a tenth of an inch. There is a larger area being indicated for northeastern Pennsylvania, where there could be up to a quarter of an inch in some places. So we're going to pay attention to all of this and probably do some forecast adjusting as we go through this evening. On the satellite loop, there's your storm. Big rotation there up in South Dakota, just spinning away. And we've got severe weather moving through Louisiana, now moving into southeastern Louisiana. That's where the severe weather risk is today. And you can see quite a bit of shower and thunderstorm activity going on the radar, which is having a tough time loading here. There we go. But there are numerous severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings that are going on right now as of 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. That is going to continue for the rest of the afternoon and evening as these thunderstorms move across southeast Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and southern Alabama. Rain has moved up into southern West Virginia and Ohio. We also see rain back over from Illinois down into Arkansas, and then up in the northern plains. The snow continues across North and South Dakota as this low is going to spin there for a while, so it's going to put down additional snow amounts. Many places have already picked up well over a foot, especially in western parts of South Dakota and in eastern Wyoming. We actually still have blizzard warnings up for those areas there. Winter storm warnings in the Dakotas, also in Minnesota and Wisconsin. You see the area in the Northeast. Watches now include Vermont and New Hampshire. And you see the severe weather down in the central Gulf states. So, with respect to where we're going with all of this, one of the issues that is really kind of plaguing forecasters right now is the amount of cold air that's around, which is marginal, but it's going to try to hold on. We have a storm that's out to the east, offshore, and then you have, of course, our storm that's up in the plains. All this moisture is moving northeastward. In between, sandwiched in between this, is a blocking high from eastern Canada that has been bleeding down cold air southward. Now, at some point, the warmer air coming up from the south is going to displace that colder air, but the question is where and when. And this is something that the models seem to have be fighting in the last couple of days. We do know that if you're in areas along the immediate coast, it's all rain. Maybe starts at snow or sleet briefly. The NEM this afternoon, you see the purple and the purple colors there. That sleet and freezing rain. This is tomorrow morning. Snow on the front end of this, so the leading edge is at about 7 a.m. is from, say, Cape May. The leading edge of precipitation from Cape May northwestward into southwestern New York. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, snow rain will have reached Long Island, snow in northern New Jersey, snow moving up into Orange County and Sullivan County, also into northeastern Pennsylvania. And then by evening time, it has a little bit of trouble because that cold air is trying to fight it. The low is redeveloping. You've got the primary there in southeastern Minnesota. The secondary low is developing along the North Carolina coast. You see the L there on the Delaware coast. Thursday night, there's going to be probably 1.5 to 2 inches plus in rainfall that will occur here in the areas that stay all rain. And then the low goes by. We're going to rain into Friday afternoon. Upstate New York, northeast Pennsylvania, up through central New England, it's going to be snow, and it's going to be heavy at times. That low is going to really take its time getting out of here. So by Saturday morning, finally, the back edge is just exiting Long Island. It could change back to snow, by the way, in parts of Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island as the low heads towards Cape Cod and eventually up into the Gulf of Maine. We're going to turn colder and drier for the rest of the weekend. And then longer range, I'll just give you a look here. We are going to be cold and dry into the middle of next week, but there's a strong Arctic front for late next week that'll be coming eastward, and behind it will be some very cold air that will be spreading across the United States, and we're going to get into some of that probably right around Christmas Eve and for Christmas Day. Maybe we'll get some snow before that happens. Long ways to go from here as far as that is concerned. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 is the telephone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So the Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight is at 8:30 Eastern Time. 8:30 Eastern Time, and we're going to go over all of this and go through all the short-range models with respect to what we think is going to happen here with regards to this storm system that is heading northeast with all that moisture down in the south. We'll be covering the severe weather as well. So please, by all means, join us. Again, that's at 8:30 Eastern Time.